Hello, welcome to DK Bolt Job. I'm glad you're here. I am going to work on these little artist originals, and this particular one is it's on a cheaper paper. You can kind of tell because it curls. If you get a thicker paper, it won't curl like that. So that's a thicker weight paper. And I know it sounds like you're talking about lifting weights, but it's how they measure the thickness and the quality of the paper. These are thin. So anyway, I just chose to do thin for the fun of it, just to see if I could get it to stay flat, maybe. It's going to go in a frame anyway. So the picture, and I just want to tell you, it's not that I like this picture. If I was looking at this picture, I'd be like, okay, that really has a lot of things I would change about it. Well, we get a chance to do that today. So I'm just using the rocks from here and the dead grass on the side, which is so appealing. And then the shadow in the rocks. I need to be able to see all of the different definition, and I really like it where you can see the shadow on it. So I'm going to start, and I have this as my reference. I have burnt umber today, and the color it's a Blick paint. It's Blick student grade. I have that. I have my water this is actually distilled water. And that is because I put my palette in the fridge, or I put it on the counter wrapped in saran wrap, and it lasts for a while. And then when it gets so bad, I have to clean it off. So I also have a 20 micro mini brush, and you don't have to get the micro mini. You can just get the 20. It's a liner. It says it underneath that piece of paint there. So this is a micro mini, and they come in a set of a bunch of them, different sizes. I'm going to start by putting shadow in here because I see shadow in the picture, and I'm not going to match this picture 100% because I wouldn't like the outcome. I'm just using what I want from it. Okay, so I'm going to use this and get a little bit of burnt umber and ultramarine. I'm going to make my own black. So that is burnt umber and ultramarine together, and it's not necessarily equal amounts. You mix them by pulling them to the middle, and then you decide when it looks pretty black. So even if it's a blue black, it's not going to be bad for what we're doing. It will look natural. You're not going to have a color that's in it that's not natural. So it's going to look more like nature. So anywho, here we go. I'm going to start painting in some black. And I have two of them. I was going to tape them down, but I don't think they're going to be getting away. It'll be fine. I'll just put in some of the shadow shapes that I'm seeing. Might look funny to begin with, and that's okay. Not ha-ha funny, but you know, a little odd to start out with. Let me get the shadow in there. And as I'm doing this one here, I'm seeing a little bit more brown than I can always add more blue if it's too brown. And then these rocks have some shadow underneath them. Here's the deal, you're not going to mess up, so just put the shadow where you see it. And I don't want shadow, I want the whole thing shadow, because then that doesn't leave light. We have to have the light, again, to show the dark. Dark to show the light, and the light to show the dark. And I'm just touching up where the shadow's going to be. And I might actually put another tree or two in there. I was so excited. I reached 500 subscribers. I am hoping it continues to grow. That was my goal, was 500 to get the start. So then I could be monetized once I get enough watch hours. Right now I don't have enough, but it will come with time, I think. So I'm not too concerned about it. But I was super excited about reaching that goal. So then I just set more goals, right? Okay, I'm going to put shadow on this guy too. So it's not just a bland rock. Shadow in places that there would be shadow on these rocks. A little bit more shadow up here. It's just, again, burnt umber ultramarine, and it's on a little 20 round brush. And I think before I've said, you know, brushes don't matter. Some are good. Some of them from like Dollar Tree are fine. This works really well for plants, or foliage. But some of them, if they're really cheap and they come in a multi-pack, they might not be good. I usually choose my brushes. They're in a holder and they're loose like this, just sitting in the holder. And I choose them like that. This particular one is a Princeton brush. And anyway, I wasn't going to use that one, but I end up using filberts. I end up using rounds, mostly rounds, fan brushes. And then the knife this is actually a Bob Ross knife, and it has my own little touch on there, just a bunch of paint, you know, but I clean the edge off because I need that clean to use it, and I'm not concerned about the rest right now. I haven't needed the whole knife yet, so if I do, I'll clean the whole thing off. But anyway, back to the painting. I'm going to put in more shadow. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. That's awesome. I'm very thankful for that. And these are the full-length videos. On the shorts, I'm doing having Opus Clip help me make shorts, which it's time-saving, but Opus Clip doesn't always put in important parts into the video, so I am definitely adding in the video in the description. This one you don't have to worry about that. This is a full-length video, so I'm just saying in the shorts. They are edited by Opus Clip. Yeah, so I think that's probably enough shadow for now. I'll go back to it again and I'll do it again, but I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to go and make some light color for the grass. There was dead grass that's there on the ground. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow, or no, yeah, not yellow, white and brown. And then I was thinking in my mind and I said it. It was yellow ochre. I'm going to also add yellow ochre, which is it's a sort of a tan yellow. This is yellow ochre. And Master's Touch acrylic. This is again a student grade, and I'm not concerned about that as long as it's got good pigment and the consistency is good. I'm good with it. So I usually use Blick Student or Liquitex. Liquitex is good too. Blick and Liquitex, their colors are not always the same. I should do a video on the differences in the colors of the different paints. But Blick is local for me. It's out in Beaverton. Okay, so I have some tan mixed up, kind of like the tan in there. I'm just going to start putting that in at the base of here, where the grass is. And I might have to switch up to a fan brush. I think I will, because it kind of looks like a blob. And I really don't want it to look like a blob. So I'm going to get a fan brush. We don't need blobs in here. We'll just, there we go. Use the corner of the fan brush in that paint. I actually enjoy using the fan brush. It's one of my favorites to use. I'm not sure every artist feels that way, but that's okay. Each his own. To each his own. All right. Almost done with the tan grass that's growing on the top of this hill on the side of the road. Put a little bit over here, very top. Don't need a lot. And I am so glad you joined me today. And I hope you come back. I hope you please subscribe to the channel. I know I reached my goal, but you know, it just keeps growing. It's supposed to anyway, and that'll get the watch hours up. So thank you for that. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna have to paint rocks down here too. That'll be fine. A little bit over here. And I think that's probably gonna be it for that. And next time we'll put in some other rock color in the front again. And I didn't put a road here. There's actually a road here, but I think the grass is fine. It would be like in nature anyway. It wouldn't be a road there. I mean, if we didn't exist, right? Not that, I mean, I'm not saying that we don't need to have that road. I'm just saying I'm gonna choose to put nature, make it a more natural scene than what it is. It's the side of a road. I'll put in more green, probably green grass. It wouldn't be so luxuriously green and nourished. It would be sparse. So, but yes, thank you for joining me for this painting session. And please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time, my friend. God bless you.